Set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the New York Jets. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net him 14 yards as they pick up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Right back to him on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. This defense for the Jets, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Tua going to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. To throw is Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Smith gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Bowden now to return. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. Here's Fuller with a catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And now they'll run it here off tackle. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. We're scoreless after 1. Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Here's Tua. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. Or maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fuller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Carter. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. These two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll drop this underneath to Carter. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Raekwon Davis forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Shaw. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Wilson. He'll drop it off to Pirine, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run with Carter. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Carter. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Carter now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. And he'll give it here to his running back. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A toss left side for Carter. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. A lone second remains now in this third quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. On play action, here's Tua. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll check this one down to Carter. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Shaw. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Again, Wilson. And he he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Christian Wilkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Third and 2, now Wilson. He'll dump this off to Carter, complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Carter. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Throwing now is Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they try the right side here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. That one looks like he'll throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but